Hello there guys, welcome to my review of the Safari Ltd Baby Dinos tube. Now, minor disclaimer just before we start, this tube is incomplete. I have lost the Parasaurolophus, so this is just reviewing these 9 figures here because the 10th one is missing. So, if you've been keeping up with all of my reviews, you will probably be aware of my minor distaste, let's put it that way, for these figures. Well, these are from 2007, so you probably expect worse quality. But, of course, a couple of these have played pretty major roles in Archosaura, and some of them will be making comebacks or first appearances in my next couple of documentary series. So, we'll go through them one by one. Stegosaurus, I think it's actually really good. Like, the proportions might be a little bit off, but I like how the plates are really small and it's just starting to develop a thagomizer. I think that's right. Like, we have evidence of ankylosaurs not developing clubs until they reach sexual maturity, so maybe that was the case. It's a little bit odd how, like, the plates on this side are slightly bigger, but I don't know. But although it doesn't seem to have a beak, and it doesn't really have nails sculpted in. The Apatosaurus. I think this is one of the better ones out of this. Like, it's got pretty good proportions for a baby sauropod, and it's the kind of thing that, like, I'm going to be mostly using this as a baby titanosaur, because I think it's got the right sort of proportions and stuff. Correct number of fingers, feet are a bit, well, the fleshy pads are a bit over the top, although there does seem to be plastic inside the mouth, which is a bit strange. And also the paint application on the eyes is quite good for this one. Brachiosaurus. I don't think this is particularly good. Like, yes, the nostrils are in the right place, but the mouth goes way too far back, and its head is in a really uncomfortable looking position. And also, I'm not sure about the length of the tail compared to the length of the neck. Like, brachiosaurs had quite short tails for sauropods. But the arms are shorter than the legs, even though its shoulders are higher than its hips, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. We've got the Allosaurus. I think this is, well, the only issues I have with this thing are about the ornamentation. Like, I don't think it should have this row of nodules down the back, and it probably shouldn't have slightly developed brow horns, depending on how old it is. Although the arms are quite aptly proportioned. I also quite like the colours as well. Well, it's just a single colour. Then the Pteranodon. I think this might be the only baby pterosaur that's ever been made. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really keep up with this sort of thing, but of course the main thing to notice is that it's completely lacking pycnofibers. Also, it's kind of got a sort of beanbag body, like its body is way too wide. Hands are pronated, and the wing membrane appears to be attaching to either the... no, it is attached to the leg, but it's attached to above the knee, when for an animal like this it should be attached to the ankle, and also I don't think the legs could do that. They're splayed out to the side like a lizard. It's got frog legs, sort of. Yeah, the crest is... The crest should probably be smaller if it's a baby. And then no differentiation of the start of the beak, if it even has one, because it kind of looks like it has skin around the nostrils. Yeah. And then we've got the Triceratops, which it has a weirdly blunt nose. I don't know why they did that, but little stubs for horns, but the horns could probably be a little bit longer, and they should also be curved backwards. The frill is the right size though, and although it doesn't seem to have cheeks. I don't know, unless it's got like it. Who knows? It seems to have had the right number of fingers and toes, and yeah, the only scale details on the frill and the top of the head. I don't know, it's okay. The Velociraptor. This of course has a Deinonychus head, and I like how gangly it is, but the tail should probably be longer. And of course it is completely lacking in feathers. But at least it doesn't have Jurassic Park hands. Yeah. Spinosaurus. Basically the only accurate thing about this is it's bipedal. Like, the sail is kind of the right shape, and it is actually adequately small. It's got 4 fingers on its hands for some reason, and I'm not really sure about the shape of the head. It's also kind of got its neck in the position of the Jurassic Park T-Rex, which is kind of awkward. It kind of feels like it should be able to balance like this, but I think because of its angle and also the length of the tail, it wants to sit on the tip of its tail. And then last, or technically last, because I don't have the Parasaurolophus, is the T-Rex, which, of course, this is not what a baby T-Rex would look like. Hands are pronated, and it is lacking lips. But I think because the teeth aren't actually painted, you can kind of give that a pass. The tail is weirdly shrimpy and also angled downwards. I don't really know why. But, yeah, this is definitely one of the worst ones. So, just gonna bring in some size comparisons. We've got constant with the Papodimetrodon, a couple of iguanodonts. We've got the Collectobrystonius and Safari Iguanodon. A Safari Mini Velociraptor, which I think might be from about the same year, but is actually way better, and the K&M Velociraptor, which of course doesn't want to stand up because it's missing a foot. We've got Collector's take on not a baby T-Rex, but a juvenile T-Rex. The Papo Feathered Velociraptor, and my Collector Mini Pterosaurs, which is the Quetzalcoatlus and the Pteranodon. And that's a lot of things for this tiny screen. Yeah, so I haven't actually had the time to like properly delve into this before, but I think my opinion of it still stands. So I am gonna give this a 2.5 because it does have some merits, but they are pretty bad. Right. So, yeah, all that out of the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. hopefully there'll be another review before the end of the year, but maybe not. We'll see.